everybody, here's this quick video about how I use Evernote to keep my stuff organized, whether I'm researching stuff on the internet or looking at some of my supplies or food storage or anything like that. When you first get to Evernote, go to evernote.com and then you'll get presented with this screen where you can sign in or sign up. And the cool thing about Evernote is that you can have Evernote, once you sign up for an account, you can get the app on your cell phone or your tablets or anything like that, and it synchronizes across all of those devices. So if you're out and about with only your phone and you think of something that you need to research later, you can add a note into Evernote, and then when you get home on your computer, it'll synchronize and it'll all be right there for you. So it's kind of cool. And what you do is you hit sign up, and then you'll be prompted to put your email address, make a username and a password, and then you hit register, and then you're good to go. I've already registered, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in here, and then we'll get to this is the screen. Now the cool thing, this is the web-based version, and you can also download this to your computer. And one of the big differences when you download it to your computer is in this menu bar up here, you'll have the option to speak into it and make audio notes, which is kind of cool when you're lazy like me and sometimes you just want to put some audio notes and stuff in there. It's kind of cool. When you first get into Evernote, though, you'll be presented with this screen right here that just kind of tells you a little bit about what Evernote's about. I've already added a few different things in here, but to add a notebook, what you do is you click on this little triangle right here and you'll hit add new notebook, and then what we'll do right here is we'll just put shelter, and then we'll hit save, and then we've got all of these different notebooks over here. Now over here I've got what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about tags, notes, notebooks, stacking notebooks, and the search feature, sharing, and I've already talked about the desktop audio part. But what it is basically a notebook is kind of like, think of it like a book, where a notebook, say we've got shelter here, your notebook is the book, the cover of the book. And if you, right here, if you add new note, that's like pages inside that book. So we can title shelter here, we can put home or something like that, wilderness shelter or whatever you want to put, and then write some gibberish in here, whatever you want to write. Or if you're researching an article, say from survivalistprepper.net or something like that, you can right click on the URL, copy that, and paste it right into this note that you have right here, and it automatically saves. So if you go off and you go to food and you want to do something else, hey, there's my link again. And then you go back to shelter, everything's the same right there. So that's the pages in your book, and we can add a new page and we'll call it food storage, and then we'll write some gibberish in here, and we'll just pretend like there's a over here on the membership site that this is food storage, and we'll hit copy, and then we'll throw that into here and we'll paste. And you also have the option to put images in there or attachments or anything like that, and you have to play around with it, but it's really cool. So let's go back to this one right here. So we've talked about notes and notebooks. Notebooks are the kind of the book, and notes are your pages inside that book. But let's say you want to tag stuff, and tagging stuff is really cool for organization, because say you can't remember where you put a certain thing. Say you've got some food items stored somewhere else and you can't remember where it was, but if you just add a tag, it'll help you keep organized. And what you do is just go up here, you click on the notebook that you want, and then you click on tag, and then we can put like hot dogs or something like that in, I don't know, and then beef or something like that, and then you can add as many as you want. And the way this is neat, because say you're on a different notebook and you're trying to find something. If you go type in hot dogs, it's going to, oh, it doesn't have any matches. Let's try beef, and it's going to bring up those anything that has that tag in there with beef, hot dogs. So you can do water filtration, you can do food storage, canning, all of the different stuff, and that way it's just really easy to search for stuff. Now what I want to talk about now is we've talked about tags, and then I want to talk about how you can stack notebooks. Say you have food, water, and shelter like we have over here, water, supplies, and all of these are part of your supplies category, and you just want to lump them all together. What you can do is just click on it, hold the mouse button down, and kind of drag it up where it's hovering over that supplies, and then let go of your mouse, and then it's going to ask you for a new stack name. And then you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to put stuff I need. Needy? It's stuff I need. And hit save. And now you're going to have that stuff I need stack. And in there is going to be your water storage and all of that. Now if you want to add more to that stack, say you want food, you just click on that, hold it, and drag it down into stuff I need. And then it's going to be in that stuff I need. And then also shelter. Let's put that in there as well. So in that stack right here, you've got food, shelter, and supplies, and water. So if you just click on that, it's got all of these notes that you have in that stuff, which is pretty cool. It helps you keep organized. So if you have food storage stuff and it's all got a bunch of different stuff in it, you can keep it all organized in that. Or if you have water, or if you have great websites I visited, or anything like that, you can organize it like that. And then if you accidentally put something in there and you want to take it out of that little stack, all you do is right click on what the one you want to unstack is, and then you hit remove from stack, and that'll be separate by itself again. So again, you just click on it, hold the mouse button down, and drag it on the stack that you want it to be in, and then it'll be in that stack right there. So on Evernote, we'll just go through a quick recap. Oh, sharing. I forgot about the sharing stuff. Right here you can click share, and it'll give you an option to share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or send somebody an email. But what you can do is get the link, and it'll give you the sharing tip thing, whatever. But you get the link, and then you right click that, copy that, and then you can send somebody an email, and they can say you open up your browser. When they click on that link, they're going to get this, and it's going to show you what your little note is right there, which is pretty neat. I don't share a whole lot, but it's pretty neat to have that option. So basically, tags are anything that you want to tag any of your notes or your notebooks with. And then notes are like just think of them as pages inside your book, and your notebooks are your notebooks. And then stacking notebooks helps you become a little bit more organized with what you're doing. And then the search feature is great when you use tags, because then you can find the stuff you're looking for. You don't have to go, where did I put that? I can't remember where I put that. As long as your system is good and you've got it tagged right, you'll be able to find all of that stuff really well. And like I said, the desktop version is the one major feature about that is that you can record audio. So if you get lazy like me, you can just record something into it, and it records that note for you. That way you can just play that note back. But that's the basic features of Evernote. There's a lot more to it, but if it seems like something you would like, dig into it and see if it works for you. I really like it because I can be out with my phone, or I can be on my computer, or I can be researching a website that has a great article that I really don't need to be distracting me from my focus at this point, but I want to get it later. I can throw that into Evernote and then research it later. But that's it for the video. I appreciate it, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.